everyone! Today we're going to be following the instructions to make your very own paper plate cow. We're going to be exploring the different features that dairy cows have, and we're going to be using some different materials to make our own dairy cow. Alright, the things that you're going to need for this activity are a small paper plate, some scissors, some glue, a marker, a lead pencil, a small piece of pink paper, a small piece of black paper, and 2 googly eyes. The first step that we're going to take to create our paper plate cow is to cut our small paper plate into half. Cut, 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 cut. The next step is to take one of our halves and cut it into quarters. Cut, 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 cut. Perfect. Now I have 2 quarters and half a paper plate. Now, our half of a paper plate is going to be our cow's body. So we're going to pop that to the side for now. And we're just going to use one of our quarters. We're going to flatten it out. We're going to use this to make 2 legs and a tail. Alrighty, so I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to have my quarter of a plate at a right angle with the corner pointing up, and I'm going to cut 1 leg and 2 legs. Now, if your legs are slightly different lengths, you can line them up and you can chop a little bit off the top to make them even. 2 legs. The last thing that I'm going to use this quarter of my paper plate for is to cut a thin cow tail. Cut, cut, cut. And I'm going to pop this piece over here because I don't need it anymore. Now I've got a tail and I've got 2 legs for my cow. I'll place those over here for the time being. Alright, the next thing I need to do is use the other quarter of my paper plate to create a cow's head. So I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to draw the shape of a cow's head onto my paper plate. I'm going to start by drawing a semicircle, and then I'm going to draw 2 ears on the side of my semicircle. Now, if you would like to, you can choose to give your cow some horns as well. I'm going to draw 1 horn and 2 horns. Ta-da! Now I have a cow's head. I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut out my cow's head. Cut, 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 cut. As you're cutting, you might like to think of a name for your cow. Or you might like to think about what your favourite kind of dairy product is. I'm having a think about mine, and I think it might be the kind of dairy product that I like to eat on a really hot day. Some ice cream. Cut, cut, cut. Almost there. Cutting out my cow's horns. And now I've got my cow's head. Now, we're going to take our paper plate body and we're going to use our glue to stick my cow's head, legs and tail onto the body. So when you're sticking, you need to make sure that the flat part of your paper plate is facing upwards, because that is the top of your cow's body, that is its back. Alright, so I'm going to put some glue. I'm going to stick. Press really firmly to make sure that it sticks. What? Tricky little glue. Okay. And then I'm going to use some more glue to stick my legs onto the bottom of my cow's body. 1 leg, pressing really firmly, and 2 legs. And the last thing I need to stick on is my cow's tail. Now that all of the parts of your cow are stuck to the body, you need to take your pink piece of paper and we're going to do some drawing to create some special features for our cow. So the first thing that we're going to draw is a semicircle. This is going to be our cow's nose. So after I've drawn my semicircle, I'm going to take my marker and I'm going to draw a smaller semicircle inside and 2 spots. Now, it looks like a smiley face, but actually this is your cow's nose and mouth. It's its nostrils. I'm going to use my pencil again and I'm going to draw my cow's ears. So I'm going to draw 1 oval shape, 2 oval shapes, and these will be the pink parts of my cow's ears. Now the final feature that I'm going to draw on my piece of paper that is pink is some cow's udders. So I'm going to draw a bit of a semicircle with a long oval and another long oval and another long oval to make my cow's udders. These are the parts of the cow that that help us produce milk. All right, so I'm going to cut each of these special features out of my pink paper. Cutting, cutting, cutting. As you're cutting, you might like to think about what kinds of foods cows like to eat. I know that when I listened to Farmer Brenton speak about the cows on his dairy farm, he talked about them eating silage and hay, which is pretty cool. All right, I've got my udders. I've got my 2 ovals. 1, 2. And I have my cow's nose. All right, now once you've cut out all of these special features from your pink piece of paper, you're going to use your glue to stick them on. So, first step, let's stick on our cow's nose. Glue, glue, glue. Stick, stick, stick. All right, the next step, let's glue on our cow's ears. Glue, glue, glue. Stick, stick, stick. And the last of our pink features are our cow's udder. Glue, glue, glue. Stick, stick, stick. Perfect. All right, got a pretty cool looking cow. Now, we need to use our black piece of paper now. And the first thing that we're going to create using our black piece of paper are our cow's hooves. So I'm going to draw a little rectangle in the corner of my black piece of paper. And then I'm going to draw a line down the middle of my rectangle to create 2 squares. And I'm going to cut those out. Cut, cut, cut. And then I'm going to use my glue to stick, stick, stick my hooves to the bottom of my cow's feet. 1, whoop, on you go. And 2. All right, now we've got some more black paper, and with our black paper, we are going to do some very special features for our cow. Can you guess what we might be creating? That's right, the spots. So, using your lead pencil, you're going to draw some big splodges on your black paper, and they are going to be your cow spots. Once you've drawn your splodges, you're going to use your scissors to cut, 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 and your glue to stick, stick, stick all of the spots onto your cow's body. There's 1. Now I've already cut out some spots. I'm going to stick those on as well, but you can remember to cut and stick the spots from your black paper. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wow, this cow's looking pretty good. All right, I've got one more feature for my cow. The last feature is 2 googly eyes. So I'm going to take my glue. I'm going to put a fair bit of glue to make sure that my googly eyes stick. I'm going to stick one eye, press really firmly. Glue, 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 glue. 2 eyes, press really firmly. And then, ta-da! You've got your very own paper plate cow. The last step is to think of a name for your cow